thank you. Thank you for coming.
Romney Marsh Wools celebrated its 10th anniversary recently by having an open day at Rushfields Farm in Aldington. The Bolden family has been farming on the Romney Marsh for 6 generations and has a flock of world-famous merino sheep, renowned for the quality of their superfine wool. RMTV went to find out more about life down on the farm and the importance of high-quality Kent produce.
10 years ago, my husband, his family, they've been farming on the Romney Marsh for over 130 years, and we just felt that wool seemed like a really obvious area to try and diversify into.
On the day, it was more than a farm open day, but an opportunity to send a clear message to say that Kent is ready to do business with the rest of the world in a post-Brexit era.
All of these traders are local, and look at the interest they're getting. Everybody's seeing their products, how good the product is, and how much variety we've got here locally and in Kent. It's amazing.
The Romney sheep is a long-wooled variety and was recognised as a breed in the 1800s. Merino wool is world famous for being super fine and less irritant on sensitive skin.
I have a lady in Hereford who uses mimosa, so there's no nasties in the whole process as well.
The event attracted more than 1,000 people, which took event organisers by surprise.
We are ecstatic with this turnout. It was right from almost before the gates opened.
A host of Kentish businesses were on display to fly the flag for Kent products, but the main beneficiary of the event was the Royal Agricultural Benevolent Institution, as Charles Tassell explains.
It's a welfare charity set in the rural, and it's all about helping people in a rural situation, connected with farming in some way or other, but right across the range, from landowners right down to people who work on the farm, on the land, and it's providing support for them when they come in on hard times.
Sheep are at the heart of the Romney Wools business, so it was a chance for event goers to meet the next generation of wool providers.
It's really important, as soon as they're born, you just give a spray with an antibiotic or antiseptic spray all over the umbilical cord, make sure it's completely covered, and that just helps to protect them against any of the infections they can pick up in the pen or out in the field.
So what sort of products will this little lamb be contributing to in the future?
So we do quite a huge range, as you can see. We collaborate with companies around the UK. For example, you've got here handmade caps, which are completely natural colours from our own sheep, and they're handmade by Lawrence and Foster's in Yorkshire.
But it is more than just the wool from the fleece.
See, we do a whole range of toiletries. Now, the toiletries actually are from the lanolin, which is the natural oil from wool. So sheep produce the oil because it waterproofs them, but actually it's really moisturising, and on our own skin it hydrates and then barriers too.
For husband Paul, working on the land is a sheer delight.
This indigenous breed to this area has been developed on the Romney Marsh, from 1300s. At least, and developed through the ages. It's improved substantially in the late 1700s, early 1800s.
Also present was the Fifth Continent project team, whose job is to promote the history, nature and landscape of the marsh.
There are 16 projects, and people can get involved with all sorts of different things, from running and making films, from taking oral histories to find out about sort of locals and how they've lived. We're working in the churches to bring the communities back into the churches, not necessarily for religious purposes, but for community events, to use the space. Every single project that we're running needs volunteers, so we are very, very much looking for people to come and get involved with us.
How are farmers faring at the moment in the light of uncertainties surrounding the market and the climate?
There are some farmers who are having a good time. There are some farmers who are having a bad time. It's across the board. Big businesses, small businesses, but even big businesses, as we saw with the flooding in Somerset a few years ago, can just get completely wiped out overnight.
I want to be straight with people, because the reality is that we all need to face up to some hard facts. We're leaving the single market. Life is going to be different.
With big changes looming, what does the industry think about the future?
Brexit's going to be interesting. Brexit could be good for farming in the long run, because we've been tied into Europe, a massive organisation, and getting change within a massive organisation is very difficult. You have the southern European states, Italy, Portugal, or hot areas. Their farms are completely different to northern Europe, and trying to get one system fits all is never going to work. So actually we've got an opportunity now to come up with a system which works really well for our climate, our farming type. So long term it could be very good for us. Short term it's going to be difficult.
The event also provided a chance for children to understand more about the animals which are the source of a wide range of products. In the meantime, the large crowd needed feeding, so with another local Kent product on offer, there was plenty to feast on. This event was to showcase local business, but unwittingly, it was also a statement from the fifth continent that we are British and our products compete with the best in the world.
Absolutely, we don't need anybody but Romney Marsh and Kent.
Andrew South, Romney Marsh TV, Romney Marsh.